Skylake Ranch, and we do pomegranates, and we've got our farm out in Durham, a couple of miles south of here. So all the pomegranates are organic. We pick them generally, October through December. That's kind of the season for them. And the bottles all here are about 60% juice, and then the vinegar is about 10% juice. So a little bit of pomegranate and everything. I also got to run down the line if you want and tell you what we got here. So this is the pepper jelly. So it's jalapeno and habanero peppers with the pomegranate jelly. And we do that for cream cheese, baked brie, really good for like appetizers, snacks, parties. Regular and cherry jellies for PB&J, toast, just kind of good every day. Cherry's a little bit thicker, kind of more like a jam. And we've got the grenadine for a fun little cocktail, Shirley Temple, really good in just orange juice too. And then we got the syrup for pancakes, waffles, ice cream. Love a little cheesecake, just like up in the corner there. And then for the griller in the house, we got the marinade and grill sauce. Marinade before you grill a couple hours, grill sauce after you grill. And then we got the vinegars, we got the white for pasta salad, fruit salad, and the dark for salads and greens. So sauteed mushrooms, Brussels sprouts. We've also got the new big gifting size for the dark too. So, and Skylake Ranch's been around for about 15 years, and my boss started it with his wife and his mother, and just really good, like kind of local, good old American success story, and hard work, perseverance, and products that people really love. So what we do is we take all the pomegranates, we put them in a big press, and we press it, and then whatever comes out through the cheesecloth, which is what we strain it through, that's the juice we use for all this stuff. So we probably do maybe 500 at a time, so it's a lot easier. Pretty much kind of picking and kind of sorting is probably the hardest part. Like actually once you get in the press and you get it bottled up, it's it's pretty easy. So, and so that's pretty much it. To me, work means being a contributor and hopefully making other people's lives better. It also, gives you a sense of purpose, a sense of accomplishment. And especially if you have like a challenging kind of situation and, or you have goals that you're trying to reach and that kind of thing. And when you finally do, it's, really satisfying. And, it's just work ethic. It's one of those things where you kind of born with it or you're not, I think. And, but it's also, it's also fun, and it gives you money and helps you be a bigger contributor to society, and you feel like you're kind of part of the system, and that's pretty much it. I mean, and I think as long as you love what you do, you never work a day in your life, right? Yeah. Skylake Ranch, yeah, and my boss is Chris Brown and his wife Sarah, and their mom Gail. She also owns the company, so definitely a growing small family business, and which is really kind of the backbone of the country, really.
Hi, my name is Bailey Gordon, and I am a farmers market employee of Ynosco. We are a humanely, sustainably raised pork and beef producer. We also produce beans and grains on our property out off of Oro Chico Highway. Ynosco is a 6th-generation family farm. We're passionate about sustainable farming, about the ecosystem, and about preserving the history of our area. I've been working for about 1.5 years for Ynosco, and we do markets here in Chico, we do markets in Sacramento, down in San Francisco, Outer Sunset. So we also sell to a variety of different restaurants around the area and butchers all over the North State. We do up to 80 pigs a week, I think is the figure that I've heard, and fewer cattle. Yeah, we're mostly a pork operation. Yeah, and Ynosco is actually the last intact Mexican land grant, and we have a wildlife reserve out there for geese and ducks and all kinds of stuff. What gets me out of bed in the morning is namely my dog, and the fact that he needs to go out and do something every single day. He's a high energy, high drive breed. Yeah, and I constantly have to have like chickens and ducks around and stuff for him to like move, because if we're not working and living on a farm, then he just gets like bored. But also I feel like my mission in life really is to provide people with sustainably raised, healthy food. And so I work here for this company, which is really important to me, and then I also work at Drunken Dumpling, which is a local restaurant that just opened up, an Asian fusion food place. And we're actually working on growing as much of our own produce as possible out on the farm out in Durham. So getting to work for these two different local entities serving healthy, locally raised food to the North State is what gets me out of bed in the morning.
My name is Scott Steenson. I co-own this Road Roaster Coffee Company with my wife, Christine Steenson, and we roast our coffee out of Forest Ranch, California. And I am on the board for the farmers market, and as you can see here, it's an incredible community that we're part of, and the customers that come out on Wednesdays and come out on Saturdays are just a really important part of our business, part of our community, and it's just a pleasure to really be here and also give back to the community, become part of the community, really start a business from the ground up and really kind of find our way. And we're doing that through coffee. Well, that's my wife, Chris. She's always valued the positive, the communal side of coffee. And whereas I was in sales and in the Navy, and so I just drank coffee to stay awake. So she really kind of exposed me to, hey, look, coffee is a good time to slow down. And it brought me back to my time when I lived in Turkey, and over there, when I was a kid, they really enjoyed coffee in a very slow manner, and more of a community manner. And so with my wife Chris and then myself enjoying coffee, we just decided to put that two together and roast coffee, and eventually we'd like to have a coffee shop or coffee trailer, but we want to make sure that we roast coffee and we know about coffee to as best as we can, so that we can provide our community with the best coffee. The business is just coming up on 2 years, but we really haven't been selling into the market for about a year and a half. We started off small. We started off in one little store up in Forest Ranch and started selling out, and figured, hey, small towns buying our coffee, so it can't be too bad. So started branching out, trying different things, started selling to some businesses, to their break rooms, but then COVID hit. And then, and so then we kind of had to really figure out what to do, because we just being new, we had to survive. And so that's when we came upon the farmers market, and we started selling at the Wednesday market, and we really realized just what an asset the farmers market is to the community. Really, once we started getting involved and started hearing the stories of people coming through and just talking with us, it was really such a positive move for us to be able to participate and listen to our customers and our clients, and just be here on a daily basis. So so it's just been we still have a long road ahead of us, and community is a big part of our. We have 4 pillars that we always make our decisions. That's community, charity, coffee, and fun. And so with that being said, we were working with a local brewery, put together a beer that we provide coffee for. And then on this Saturday or on Friday, they're doing a big event that's going to, with that coffee, that's going to go 10% of the proceeds go back to the Boys and Girls Club. So it's just really that opportunity for my wife and I to start a company and kind of do something that can keep us busy and happy, but at the same time be able to give back to our community. We have a Road Roaster Premium, and we have Road Roaster. And so with the Road Roaster Premium, we source those from a direct source through our importer who works with our farmer. And those coffees come from the Dominican Republic and Haiti. And it's a really good story with them. And what it is that the Dominican Republic side of the island has done well over the years, and they have a burgeoning coffee industry, make incredible coffee. So we have our Dominican Republic 6-speed, and that it's just a really incredible red honey processed coffee. But the great thing about that, it's on a farm that really teaches that employs a lot of the Haitians, and they learn about the coffee process, and they go back to Haiti on the other side of the island, and where we get our other coffee is called Road Zombie, and that is from the Savannier Zombie region of Haiti, and so they're over there creating their own industry, because Haiti's been deforested, it's had earthquakes, it's been under colonial rule, it's just had a tough couple hundred years, so it's an opportunity for those two to work through. And then we get our other coffees for our road roaster line. Those come from like Central America, South America. We do have a Indonesian Sumatra in there. And then we'll be getting in some coffee from Bolivia here very soon for our road roaster premium. That's a great story behind it as well. What they've done, they're helping convert cocaine farms that were manufacturing the cocoa for the cocaine manufacturing. They're now switching them over to coffee. And so they're being coffee farms and going legit, and it's really helping those community, which at the same time helps our community. There's a lot to it, and you can source coffee from all over the world, right? And there's always varying degrees of where you source it from. And with that being said, we got to keep in mind where there's families out there that are farming coffee, and we have families out here in America selling coffee. So we're all a big part of the circle, and we have to all watch out for each other. So that is very critical in how we move forward, and as we further define our business, and we define the business who we do business with. The farmers market is such a great avenue for selling. We get to meet our clients, we get to talk with them, feedback, and improve our product. It really allows us to really understand exactly what is our community wanting, and then we put in a little bit of our own personal flair, and we put back into that. So primarily it's through the farmers market. We also do, because of COVID, one thing that we did do quite quickly was we said, hey, people still want their coffee, but they don't want to go to the stores. So what we did is we started a local delivery for Butte County. You can go on to roadroastercoffee.com and you can order coffee, and we do deliveries in Butte County to like Orville and Paradise and Chico area. And so that's one of the ways we go to business. And we do, now that COVID's maybe some of the restrictions are eventually going to come off here, hopefully soon. One of our primary business really was selling into businesses, selling coffee into their break room, that kind of stuff. And then that way they're exposed to, hey, here's a local coffee. They like that. Then we have employee programs where they can purchase that coffee, take it home, kind of keep it local as much as possible. That's really where we are. As far as retail, it's really not a strategy of ours. We always like to think 10 years ahead. And so what's going to happen in September, we will be moving our roastery to Paradise. Right now we're roasting in Forest Ranch, but we would like to still be part of Paradise in whatever manner we can. And so that will be in September. They will be breaking ground. We work with Briquette's Automotive up there in Paradise. We have do some charity work with them, and we'll be part of the facility that he's building. So that's going to be a nice full-time roastery up in Paradise is our immediate plans. But eventually we'd also like to take this coffee that we do and be able to serve it to the community via maybe coffee trailer or coffee shop, really kind of depending on locations and how things work out. Before COVID, our strategy was to do one charitable event a month. And we have a smaller trailer that we were using for that. Like we were lined up to do like one for the veterans, a cause for the veterans 1 month, and we're going to do the Humane Society 1 month, and participate in the community in that respect. Have our trailer, use it for branding, but also to participate in charitable events. And then our main focus of our business would be, with the farmers market and into businesses. So this is a Turkish coffee set. It's a that was when I was a kid. I grew up there from 1986 to 1993, and that was my first experience with coffee, was with the Turkish coffee. And I just remember sitting there with my friend and his mom preparing it, and just being like, "This is incredible! This is the amount of the set that it was served on was very ornate. The process, it was more than coffee; it was more like a gift. She was gifting her time to prepare this coffee so that we could enjoy each other's community." And and so I like to use this as a conversation piece to kind of not only just talk about Turkey, because Turkey in itself is an incredible country with incredible people, but it's also the culture that's behind coffee is good. There's so many different cultures that are involved in coffee in different ways. So it's a really good way to talk about some of the past of coffee that Road Roaster is involved with, but also just how to talk about different coffee and different cultures, how it's enjoyed. My American story started in Okinawa, Japan in 1975. I was fortunate to be a child of a military family. My father was United States Air Force, and my mother supported him, was just as much in the Air Force as he was. I was over there, born to a sister, and so the American family started in Japan. And it was since then that we got to travel around to other countries after that and really see just how fortunate we were to live in America. Once we all came back here, we were really fortunate to really understand just what a beautiful country we have, but also what other countries are out there just as beautiful in their own separate way. So that's really where my American story started.